What is going on, guys? I am Cerridius. This is Crucible Reviews 2.
He's so cute.
Okay. Mia's with me. She's gonna be analyzing as well, right, Mia?
No.
Okay, no, she's not. But say hi.
Hi.
Mia says hello. And so if you guys want me to go over your full games as well, if you could, please send me a full game, highest quality possible, an MP4 file in OneDrive, Google Drive, or Dropbox. Make sure your audio in the background your game audio is pretty decently high. Please try not to have like background chat like Discord, and then your little talk from yourself as possible, but a little is fine. So let's get into this.
As long as it's appropriate.
As long as it's appropriate, and not distracting. So this is Mini Killer from my stream. First thing I noticed about his gameplay is it looks like he has motion blur on. I don't know if he likes that or knows it's on. I mean, it's all about preference, but if he doesn't know, just try playing with it on, see how you like it. It might give you a little bit more frames per second. So basically, okay, so looks like we got some King of the Orchid and Chaperone gameplay on a Hunters. Go. Wasn't a 3-tap, but we don't always get 3 taps. A little late for the heavy punch. You gotta watch out for that tuk-tuk guy. He's using, I forget what that machine gun is called, but he's doing a little cheesy where he arc damages himself and then takes advantage of that exotic perk on it, which gives him like a shield and extra damage and more ammo or something. Okay, let's keep looking. Alright, so right here, I know we're using the Chaperone. It's fun to get kills with, but you gotta incorporate primary play too. Now, in this engagement, your teammate over here, just was fighting this guy, right? And he died. Now, what you should have done was pop out while he was fighting your teammate, and then shoot at him with your primary. He's distracting your teammate, and you can even hear him reload. You can hear auto cues. You can hear him reload his ace of spades. So definitely chill in this little corner right here, more so, versus in this corner. Chill right here in this doorway. You could have helped your teammate. You got shots at him earlier. And then don't wait so long. You could have popped out earlier. He might have been hurt. Yeah, it looks like he's hurt. You could have definitely primaried him easy. Not only would you have saved 2 shotgun shells, you would have easily killed him, and you could have moved on. I said we want to do things quickly and efficiently. We want to try and drop 60 elims every game. You gotta be fast with everything. Nice cleanup. Hard to say right there. If he's that full piece of pie on radar, he's definitely gonna be pretty close. So you see him. You should have slid a little. If you would have slid a little earlier, you would have had more time to aim. You probably could have traded. A lot of this is being able to read your radar. You need to be able to tell how far someone is away. If they're a full piece of pie like that, they're pretty close. You should be able to slide to get them versus a crust where it is. Usually not with this shotgun. Now this fight right here, this is just one guy out there, and it's really far away for that hand cannon. At that point, take your time, aim your shots. You might have been able to kill him if you would have shot a little slower, aimed your shots. You could have definitely have walked forward versus streaking backwards first initially. Kept walking forward. But when they're that far away, take your time in your shots. You do a good job of turning around and fighting this guy. Which is what I would have done. Turn around and fight that guy and turn around and fight your 6. But you can hear this guy pop a golden gun, right? Now, what you would have been better off doing is, yeah, it's usually better to be the aggressor, but what we could have done here, you could have, so stand right here, stay right here, exactly where you are, and aim about head level where he's at. And this is where I like have like my shadows enabled in game for visual cues. You can see the glow. You can see the glow coming around the corner, so you definitely know where he's gonna be, and you definitely increases your opportunity to at least trade with this guy versus just straight up dying. So you would have been better off just sitting there on the corner and then killing him versus sliding in and looking to the left like what you did. Little misread. I think you definitely could have headshotted him if you would have waited. You would have headshot that guy and then would have been able to make another play on that other Titan with your flawless execution. Definitely reading your radar, you could tell that guy was pretty far away. Your nades, you probably could have saved your nades for sure. That guy was at the top of the hill.
I can't wait to see what you do with that.
Alright, well, so with this, I know you have flawless execution, you can see exactly where he's at, but just as a good tip in general, chaperone and shotguns, you should have taken that corner wide. Color both is purple. So instead of taking this straight and then looking right to headshot him, you want to reduce your chances of stuff, of course, right? He's a sniper. He could have bodied you and meleeed you and possibly traded, right? Or just straight up maybe headshotted you. And you have a chaperone. You don't have just a regular pellet shot where you could have just been point blank and put a barrel, stuffed him in the chest, right? With chaperone, you want to keep a little bit of distance, so it's easier for you to aim for the headshot. So you'd have been better off with this route, sliding wide, okay? Sliding wide, and then shotgunning him right there in the head. You can see where his head at. So you could have got the headshot easily. Just get into a habit, especially with chaperone. It's even more so chaperones. So take corners wide. So you got false execution. A lot of guys over there. You're invis. I don't think they know that. You probably could have just went ahead and pushed that bridge.
5 minutes remaining.
Looks like there have been 3 people over there. You couldn't use super. Look at right, look at right. Look at your radar, look at your radar. Right then and there, you should be watching your radar. Got a guy on the right. I don't think he'd see you because you're crouched. Yeah, if he was at the top, he would have been able to see you. But you could have definitely made a push earlier and have started primarying that guy. You still be okay with the super right there and kill that guy. Now, right there, I would not have suggested doing that. It's a stupid system that he doesn't get a suicide and do a -1, but like he benefited from that and you didn't. So what happens right here is you're zooming off the map, right? It's a little far for you. You go to swing, and then you're out of momentum. You don't even touch him with damage, so you don't get any hit markers on him. When he falls off and dies, counts for suicide for him. He punches you, and that counts as melee, and that counts as damage, and then you die by suicide. When you die by suicide, he gets the kill, whereas he just dies. So he gets a point, you get nothing. So it wasn't really worth it, as he says. He thinks it's worth it, but I don't think it was really worth it. Mini killer. You had plenty of super too. You probably could ran up and killed someone. I think you definitely could have pushed up just a little more. At least just a little more to see over this little hill right here. You got plenty of teammates right here. They're all looking down that hole. You could have pushed a little more and got a shot off, a primary shot off on that guy. You would have at least got an elim. That'd be one more elim for you in the end. Get some shots in. Looks like you're going around left trying to finish him off. Look on your left. Look on your left. Audio cues. There you go. He's inside that tunnel. He turned into a full pie. At that point, you know he's in the tunnel. Probably wouldn't be able to look. If you would have been able to look left a little quicker, you probably could have got a shot on him, either killed him or got him. Careful with that. If they would have had snipers, you were a pretty easy target because you're just running out there. Good grenade though. You got some damage to somebody, so you got to. Again, like I know you have the chaperone, it's fun and fancy to use, but I think you'd have been better off sliding into the ammo with your primary out, looking that way, and you probably could have got a nice clean 1v1 with that Titan with primaries. So right here, right when you turn that corner, you see 2 people, and that's a long gap to cover. You should have just turned back around and got out of there. Now, that hunter, if you would have hit a headshot, you might have been able to kill him with the chaperone because he's already at half health. At that point, you shouldn't have jumped. So, grenades fine to keep them at bay because I assume you thought they were pushing. Now, if anything, I wouldn't have even bothered taking a shot on that hunter like you did. Just go to this corner and hug left a little hard and then slide behind this box. Use this box as cover. Hide behind this box. This guy can't see you because this box is in the way. Then you can kind of wait until they get closer in easy chaperone range. Get your flawless execution and go from there. Make big plays. Again, that jump at the end was a little... You also might have been able to run out by the elevator and use that big box as cover, but you got super aggressive with the shotgun when they were too far. Okay, so it's good that you put a little bit of damage on that guy right there, because you would have got the elim if your teammate did not kill him. And then that body shot right there wouldn't have even happened if you didn't hit that 40 in the first place.
Change the lead.
Titan right there is completely oblivious, not even blocking, so easy to keep shooting him. Definitely, you were at full health right here. If anything, you were done only 10% damage. You probably could have popped out and got another shot, a third shot on that Victor guy and finished him. And they continued on with that Warlock and finished him off. Probably got 2 kills right there.
Together, stays together.
Or just pay attention to your health. You had plenty of health. You weren't taking any damage. You could have stayed in the spot. Then you had your roll too to get away.
Fire team that fights together.
If you were more hurt, then use to get away.
One after another.
Chaperone in-air accuracy was nice to you right there. We got flawless execution. Headshot. Got 2 guys there. That guy's alone. Push that guy. There you go. Okay, so with this engagement right here, if anything, you should have opened with a grenade, okay? You should have opened with a nade. That way you're not sitting there for half a second with your gun in your hand, not being able to do anything. So you should have opened with a grenade. Then you would have plenty of time to shoot, right? Now your grenade is like a wall. You shouldn't have pushed forward. What you should have done is just back up or strafe left and right. Get a primary fight. Primary fights, you don't want to be that close. It's not as easy to primary close range like that. Strafe backwards or strafe right. Keep it a little bit. Don't push forward as much as you did, because he whipped out a shotgun and punished you. And if anything, you might have been able to get a melee off a trade, but like the guy was oblivious to where you were at. You had the first shot. You could have easily just strafed left, right, and finished him. Especially with the melee he whipped. You had plenty of time to go backwards and melee. I mean, plenty of time to go backwards and primary him down. Just coming out right here. So if you get a glimpse on that guy, maybe on your radar, you look left and see him. Got a guy on your neighbor on the right. You should have been more aggressive on this guy in the first place. He's alone. It's a clean 1v1. You should have slid out earlier and 1v1'd him primary-wise. You're wasting seconds right there. Definitely keep your primary out. And have brought your shot down. Alright, so with this fight, definitely should have primaried this Titan right here, okay? You would have been able to get damage on him. You would have got an elim. Slider in this corner. See this guy, you don't have to slide around. I suggest sliding around and into every gauge. But you slide around this corner, you should have your primary out. You could have primaried him. You could have primaried him and either killed him around the corner, or primaried him and he would have, and then pull out your shotgun, he would have died from shotgun blast with the melee. Now I know you have a Dawn Blade behind you, but what you could do is plant yourself right here. Use this giant pillar as cover from people in this direction, right? So they wouldn't be able to see you, and you could easily get in a nice engagement with that guy. Now, if this Dawn Blade guy keeps pushing you, you could do ring around the rosy around this pillar until he runs out, or even escape back into this tunnel right here. From the looks of it, though, he ran out pretty quick, so you would have been able to fight him. And also, this would have saved your shotgun shell. I think I was running a straight line too. You could have probably easily had your shotgun out and slid towards him and chaperoned him versus the jump part right there. He's out. I definitely would have stood my ground, at least get one primary shot into him, whip out my chaperone. He's in a straight line, easy headshot. You could have headshotted him. You'd be at full health. You wouldn't have risked a chance to trade, or risked a chance to miss the chaperone in air accuracy.
Yes. Now show them the true meaning of war. A fire team that fights together stays.
Okay, so this engagement right here.
Now show
As you jump
them
down,
the true.
you're watching our radar. This guy on the right, he's irrelevant, but this guy over here is behind this servitor-looking sphere. So you should be looking up. You should have been looking up at him, right? But position yourself right here behind this wall to block yourself from the people that are behind it. So as you're looking up there, right? You see this guy pop out, but then this guy pops out, and you kind of then you prioritize on that. You prioritize this guy, whereas you could have strafed left and hid behind that wall, cover from him, and then finish him off. This guy doesn't even see you. You might have been able to. I don't know if you've been able to see him and finish. You probably should have been able to finish with LMG. I don't know if he would have kept going jumping, but you definitely would have been able to kill him, and that would have in the end prevented him from shooting you after you finished killing these three guys right here. So you would have killed that guy. Then you slowly strafe out of cover, right? We slowly strafe out of cover, looking. So we look here. No one's there. Okay, strafe some more. Look here, and then finish him off, because you don't want to just strafe straight out and expose yourself from this angle. In this angle, you want to slowly come out and just fight this angle. If anybody's there, kill them. If anybody's not there, then you can strafe out and fight the two angles. It's all about the angles. So you did, yeah. So no one was there, but like I said, in the other situation, you'd be behind cover so that guy wouldn't see you. You would kill him. You false execution, it's even better. Right here, this guy. Behind that wall, you want to strafe right. Strafe right. That way you come right here and use this as line of sight against this guy so he can't see you. And he's going away. He pops into cover, right? So you definitely would have been able to strafe this way and be able to use this for line of sight while you're shooting this guy. And then switch to him after you finish off that Titan.
A fire team that fights together stays together.
That's just how that could have went down, but it didn't, and this is what you're in now, so let's look at it. Now right there, the guy didn't even notice you. You have no shotgun ammo, which is unfortunate, but this guy didn't even notice you. Right away, you should be able to tell that's a shotgun, okay? So what you should have done was shoot. He doesn't see you, so you should have shot 3 or 4 shots, body him, and then melee. That would have been the better move. Okay, so but since he didn't see you, let's see what you did. What else you did wrong right there was. Okay, his initial melee is fine, right? But you know he has a shotgun, so you don't want to keep pushing forward and keep the gap closed so he can one-shot you like he just did. Anything with that melee, after you meleeed him, you should have jumped backwards. Jumped backwards and then primary or LMG'd him in the air. If you had to roll. And what I suggest doing is like keep your primary out majority of the time. Don't pull out your shotgun until you're gonna know you're gonna engage around a corner like right here.
Only 1 minute left.
Looks like you think you're gonna have an engagement right there, but this man turns into a crust. And he's way up top. It's too far for your shotgun. You could have primered him, put some damage into him. Again, too far for your shotgun. You're wasting shotgun shells. Definitely been handy to do. I think you missed a guy in here, right? But if you would have went right, you could have gotten him. You got More people. I know you would have caught that guy for sure. It's hard outrunning these. Even Titan skating, you can't really outrun these unless you have a nice straightaway. Now, this is in general with any super. Make sure if you're gonna keep pushing, how much super you have left. You have very little. So you're pushing this long haul. If there are people down the hall and you're already halfway down the hall, you ran out. You lose all your damage resistance. You would have been shot down easily. And
Tell them to line up fast.
okay, so I know the game's over. Definitely you could have ran in. You killed that guy like you did. Flawless execution. You should have went right.
Tell them to line up fast.
This guy is oblivious. He would have went right. He could have closed that gap a little faster. Killed him. Killed this warlock. And make big plays. Because if this were a normal situation, if you go around this corner, right, this guy down below has a line of sight up all the way in that direction. He would see you. Whereas if you hug this corner, and then you go down there, the distance is closer. It's closer for you, and you can shotgun him way easier.
Line up fast.
It's like game's over, but you could have easily like chaperone that hunter and then chaperone that warlock. Went to your left and then chaperone some more people.
You look death in his beady eyes and you spat in them.
26 Elims.
You.
Anyway, that was a good game by Mini Killer. Like I said, if you guys want to send in your clips too, it's cerriclips@gmail.com. CERRI clips@gmail.com. The link will be down below in the description. Highest quality possible is best. Make sure like the background audio, your game audio is turned up, and your voice audio, like your chat with your friends, is down low, as that can be distracting in some videos. Anything else, Mia?
No. Go kick ass and show Jimmy.
Yeah, go kick butt and send it to me and show me.